Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when we have Rahu placed in your third house in your birth chart. So before we begin getting into the Rahu in the third house, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology readings for a living, so you can check those out at gebotheshaman.com, right down here. So I also have basically an astrology certification course where we go into Vedic astrology and what that means, and we talk about how I give astrology readings. So it's a very awesome course, and it's very helpful, and you don't need to be an astrology genius to figure it out. I've made it very simple, laid it out step by step, and when you pass my certification exam, it will give you your own website, so you can become a professional Vedic astrologer. And you can take that business as far as you'd like to go. You can make it a side income, or you can make it your full-time gig, like I'm doing. So, yeah. Anyway, guys. Alright, so let's see. So, yeah. I also have my birth time rectification service. If you have an unknown birth time, that's a great way to rectify your birth chart. Anyway, so let's get into Rahu in the third house. So for this one, we need to understand what Rahu means, and then we'll talk about what the third house means, put them together, and Bob's your uncle. And we create our own analysis from that, from the combination of the two understandings. Anyway, so what is Rahu? So Rahu is the planet of addictions. Rahu deals with addictions. He deals with obsessions, compulsions, bodily, basically compulsions like urges, drives, sex drive, addictions. Because what are addictions? You can't have an addiction if you don't have a bodily urge. So, addictions to drugs, alcohol, sex, food, pornography, etc. Alright, so Rahu is all about addictions. It is all about urges. It's all about getting its desires fulfilled. It is all about unfulfilled desires. So yeah, Rahu is that driving force that wants to consume everything. It is just well, I'll give you the Vedic astrology kind of thing about it. Oh yeah. Rahu is also known in Western astrology as the North Node of the Moon. So the North Node. So it is very important that we know that. Alright, so Rahu is in Vedic mythology, and just because it's mythology does not mean that it's false or made up. so in Vedic mythology, Rahu was I think they call it a Rakshasa, basically a demon. It's not an actual demon in the terms of like Christianity or whatever, but it's just like this like earthly spirit, or like, anyway. So Rahu is the head of that spirit. So imagine just Rahu is this severed head that is wanting to fill bodily satiation. So when you eat and take food in, it goes into your stomach and it satisfies you. It makes it, you have that feeling in your body of being full, being satiated. And so that's what Rahu is looking for, that bodily feeling of wholeness and completeness. However, it's missing the body. It's not attached to the body, so it is just this head, just devouring everything that it sees, all the food and all this stuff. It's just shoving it into its mouth and it's falling right out its neck. And so Rahu is all about unfulfilled desires. So now the third house. Let's see how I am on time. Yeah. Alright, so now it's the third house. So the third house is all about communication, the intellect, siblings. It is the intellectual part of the brain. It is about communication. So communication, intellect, and the siblings. Three main things. Alright, so when Rahu comes into this house, Rahu is the trickster. So it can represent illusions and delusions and things like that. Alright, so Rahu, it tends to use the intellect in a way that tricks people. So your unfulfilled desire would be related to like making friends and things like that. So third house has to do with friendships, communication in that regard, and things like that. So with Rahu in the third house, it's using the intellect to trick people. It justifies its addictions and its compulsions and behaviors through the intellect. So it'll say, well, it's okay if I smoked pot today because I worked for 12 hours and I did this and that. So it'll use the intellect to justify its behavior. If somebody is an alcoholic, oh well, I only drank a pack of beer today, a 12-pack today, whereas that guy over there is drinking 2 12-packs. it's so therefore I'm justified in what I do. So it's kind of it's playing mind games. This plays mind games with other people. So these people can be like tricksters and scam artists, like they can pyramid schemes. These people can do pyramid schemes, and it's like basically, okay, you give me $100, and then in like 10 months or in a year I'll give you 200. It's like it just doesn't. No, it's these would be the type of people who draw up contracts where it looks good, everything looks good, but it's almost too good to be true. And these people are very crafty at tricking people through like the art of communication, and they can be some scam artists. like so yeah, it's just not a good placement. Well, anywhere that Rahu is placed is is going to be challenging, but yeah. So remember this also has to do with siblings too. So there might be, third house deals with younger siblings. So you might be an older sibling, older brother or sister, and you might trick your younger siblings into doing things that will benefit you. So like tricking them into doing things. I can't come up with an example right now, but like almost like making them seem like the bad ones to your parents, and then you like getting special privileges because you don't do the things that they are doing and things like that. So anyway, yeah, so for this one, you could be a pickpocket with this one. Like Gemini represents the arms, and it's a very fast, it's a fast, airy planet. And so someone with Rahu and Gemini could end up being a thief, a pickpocket, something like that, where they'll will end up stealing things. So Rahu is really, really, really manipulative here. It'll use the intellect to manipulate people. It'll use communication to manipulate people, things like that. So yeah, someone with this placement could be addicted to their phone, could be addicted to technology, the internet, things like that. So yeah, then we'll talk about Ketu. So I'm gonna just kind of try to wrap this up real fast. Then we'll talk about Ketu. So Ketu, if you have Rahu placed in the third house, Ketu would be in your ninth house. So Ketu is saying to Rahu, okay, let's not scam people, let's not trick people, let's go meditate, let's go find a guru who can teach us the, you know, how to live a better life and things like that. Let's try to find someone who can help us. So Ketu in the 9th house is all about religious discipline. It's all about finding a guru, finding a mentor, finding a teacher who will help you, you know, get to a better place and use your Rahu constructively or overcome it, you know, to become better. So that's Ketu in the 9th house. So anyway, guys, that's about it for today. So yeah, a lot to cover. So anyway, guys, if you want to check out everything that I have to offer, you can go to GeboTheShaman.com. You can see I have a bunch of stuff to offer. It's all on sale. GeboTheShaman.com. Go check it out. Alright, so first thing we have is our Qigong courses. So we have the Cosmic Qigong and the Self-Transformation Challenge. And then we had, so those courses are great for beginners who are just doing their Qigong, just, you know, have an interest in spiritual practices and Qigong, Kundalini Yoga, meditation, and this new energy of the heart center. So, that's what the Qigong courses are for. So this course right here, the Self-Transformation Challenge basically combines Kundalini Yoga, Qigong, meditation, and the energy of the heart center. See that posture that I'm doing right there? That is designed to open up the heart center. So it's really, really powerful practices. Even though it's designed for beginners, it is still very powerful. Alright, so then we have the Astrology Certification course. So that course is designed to take you through step A through step Z of how I do an astrology reading. I've been doing astrology for quite a few years now, so I know how to do it, and I know, the best. I know how I like to do my readings, so I kind of give you a layout of how to do readings, and it includes an astrology reading guide and a template and things like that, so it makes it very easy, and it's very affordable because it's only $300 now. And when you purchase it, you automatically get this course as well. So you're getting two courses for half the price of one, essentially. Because normally that course would be $500. So, alright, and then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So I have my standard reading that I do for everybody, and then I have readings where I talk about your career and your relationships and things like that. So that's all available at GeboTheShaman.com. Then we have the birth time rectification. So if you are not sure what time you were born and you need clarification on that and you need assistance, I can promise you that I can get your birth time to within the span of a minute. So this is really helpful in astrology. It's called birth chart or birth time rectification, and that's because your chart needs to be rectified if you don't have your birth time to within the span of a minute. So, Alright, so then we have the career coaching and life coaching. So if you are struggling with your Rahu placement, if you need some career coaching, some life coaching, I am here to help you. So you can go to gebotheshaman.com to check that out. And I have, distance energy healing, which basically is great for, all kinds of physical, psychological, emotional, mental illnesses and problems, and stuffing your emotions down and things like that. So it helps to clear those emotions up. Alright, so yeah, that's about it for me for today. So thank you guys for watching, and we will talk to you next time. Peace.